Big thanks to Diamond Select Toys for sending this one out. Be sure to check them out and to find links where to buy this in the description down below. Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Kaiju, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hello there, collectors. It's Steven here, and I'm back with yet another Pacific Rim Uprising review for you. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Gipsy Avenger Gallery PVC statue. So right off the heels of my Gipsy Danger bust review, we are keeping the Gipsy goodness alive. Now, at the time of this upload, this is the only Gallery Pacific Rim figure that has been made. Whether it's going to be the original or Uprising, some folks are probably hesitant as to whether or not this oddball, is going to be worth putting on the shelf. Well, I've got some good news for you folks. So let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Back when Diamond Select's first Gipsy Avenger hit the market, there were a lot of folks who praised it for looking really nice because even though the articulation was a bit hit or miss in some spots, it at least looked really cool. It had a nice weathering effect, it had a lot of small paint applications here and there, and this is to kind of throw it down the middle, basically a PVC statue, a fixed figure. So there's no articulation. So what that means is that Diamond Select was able to sort of bring everything together and focus on how this looks. And I do have to say, this is the most definitive looking Gipsy Avenger item on the market. Not only does this have a fantastic screen accurate shade of blue for Gipsy Avenger, it has a great weathering effect to it. There are plenty of smaller details which include little lights that are painted. This isn't actually lighting up, though that would have been really cool if they could have done that, but unfortunately, that's not the case. We have markings on Gipsy Avenger, including the different numbers and Pan Pacific Defense Corps logos and all of that fun stuff. We have a nice metallic effect on the chainsword, which there is only one issue that I have with this particular unit, and that's actually with the tip of the chainsword here. Kind of looks like, for whatever reason, the paint has a couple of nicks in it, but other than that, it looks fantastic. Gipsy is in a great pose where one arm is cocked back with that chain sword getting flung out, and then the other arm is getting ready to sort of maybe armbar a kaiju or maybe Obsidian Fury, whatever it may be. Gipsy is getting ready to throw down, and the posing, like I said, is awesome. Now, what really does truly make this overall display is that Gipsy is standing on a nice pile of rubble, which is really neatly detailed. Now, it's easy to make a generic base that's just going to be like a cracked up street or whatever, or just dirt or whatnot. But what they did here is they added in little cars to really enhance that feeling of scale. So this way, Gipsy does look large and in charge. And there's also a semi-destroyed building behind Gipsy to really give the idea that the battle is still going on here. So overall, I do have to say that as a sort of diorama piece, Gipsy Avenger here is pretty sweet. And I do have to say, they did a great job on making this PVC gallery statue look nice. I do have a critique here that I think maybe could help the figure overall. Even though Gipsy does look great by itself, I think it would have been nice if we could have gotten alternate arm parts and maybe a swivel head, so this way we can recreate maybe a plasma caster or gravity sling, or maybe have Gipsy just look in another direction. Who knows? But still, for the posing, the diorama base, everything looks really cool. Now, like I said, Gipsy does not have any points of articulation because this is effectively a statue. So we're going to go ahead and move on over to the size comparison, where you can see this one is actually a bit larger than the action figure version of Gipsy Avenger they released last year. And this one's actually going to be larger by about 2 or so inches. So this is definitely going to be a tall figure. And that's not including the base. So if you're looking for a rather big Gipsy Avenger product, this might be a good one to go with. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Coming in at about $45 plus or minus shipping and handling in case you decide to want to maybe throw it into your pile of loot for the month. DST did a fantastic job of making sure that all of the costs for this figure went into making it look great. And of the available selection for a nice looking Gipsy Avenger, item, whether it's going to be action figure or even statue, this is definitely going to be the winner for the objectively best looking one. That being said, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I am personally not that big of a statue guy, but even then, I'm still blown away at the quality for this for $45. If you're a fan of Pacific Rim and you like Gipsy Avenger, this is obviously a no-brainer and you should pick it up. Maybe you're looking for something to battle your Obsidian Fury, or maybe even your Vinyl Hakuja from DST. This is definitely not a bad option to go with. I can see this one becoming scarce in the future, so if you're wanting to get this, get it now. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now you've heard a lot from me, I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand-selected for you, so if you want to watch another SDR video, I hand-selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya